Hi guys, it's Jody, and today is our summer solstice, June 21st, 2023. So we are going to do a pick a card today. So we have 3 decks out with crystals on them. And the first deck is this gold deck here with this pyrite crystal. The second deck is this blue deck here with the clear quartz crystal. And then the third deck is this blue deck, and we have the amethyst crystal. So put your feet on the floor. Just feel them kind of grounded onto the floor. Imagine that I'm coming in and I'm saging you, and you're going to take a minute to tune in and see which deck you should be using. So if you want, close your eyes. And we're calling upon God and Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, and all the archangels of divine white light. We're calling upon your guardian angels. Imagine yourself being cleared. We're calling upon your higher self wisdom. And if you're looking for guidance right now, think about what you need guidance on. Mentally think about it, knowing that you will receive what you need more than what you want. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale out of your mouth. And what did you hear? Cards 1, cards 2, or cards 3? Which deck do you want to work with? And let's begin with our first deck. All right, guys, we're starting with our first deck, and this is our deck, the Archangels. And I pulled 3 cards from this deck off camera before we began, but I'm going to pull a few more cards on camera just to get more information with regards to these cards, and then we will go through them. Okay. All right. So we start with the crystal that we have, which is the pyrite crystal. Pyrite crystal represents abundance and represents you truly stepping into your gifts and your abilities. And so the first card that comes up for us is reminding you of the earth warrior that you are. And the number on this card is 743, which reduces down to 7. And we are in an energetic year in numerology of the number 7. And the number 7 is all about us going through a spiritual growth process. And think of it like creating the baby in the womb, and the baby is growing and the baby is expanding. And when you get to childbirth, it's not pleasant. It definitely hurts. It's definitely challenging. But once that baby comes out, it's just a beautiful, wonderful, joyous thing. We as a collective on this earth are going through that process right now of growing and expanding, and it's not easy all the time and it's painful, but you're a warrior. And the 3 archangels that are with you, before I read the cards to you, is Michael, Archangel Sandalphon, and Archangel Haniel. And these are 3 archangels that help us when we are going through a challenging situation, because they push us. Not in a very forceful way, but they push us. They help us to stay balanced as best as we can as we're going through this situation. And they are there to support us. So if you're going through something right now, I'm going to assume, and I have a feeling it has to do with your finances, because we have the pyrite crystal here. And the pyrite crystal is just reminding us that we are going to be okay if we're experiencing financial challenges right now. It may not be easy. It may not feel good, but you're going to get to the other side. And we're in a time right now where we have everything increasing in price, and supply and demand, where we are needing certain things like a car, for example, but there's not enough supply. So the demand is higher and the price is skyrocketing. And, you know, it's funny because I learned that when I went to college, I was a fashion major, and that was one of the classes I remember learning. And even though you sit in a classroom and you learn these things, until you actually experience it, it doesn't really sink in the way it should. And so we're living into time right now where we really, really are needing food. We're needing cars, homes. And what is happening is there's not enough of them. So people are either jacking up the prices because they're greedy, which is typically what's happening in almost all of the cases, or in some cases, because there's not enough supply, the demand that is needed, that's typically what it is. I don't even know why I'm saying it twice. That's typically what it is. It's price gouging. So what our cards are asking us or telling you today is that even though you're going through a significant change and it's causing you a lot of stress, they want you to tune into what is it you're passionate about. What in your life are you passionate about? The Archangel Haniel is coming through asking you that question, as is the fairies. What are you passionate about? You are self-confident and you are a passionate person. You are a warrior. But what right now is it that you are feeling passionate about that perhaps you have been feeling stuck about? Archangel Michael is coming in and asking you to go within, tune in, and acknowledge what's your intention. What are you trying to create in your life? Are you being crystal clear? If it's your finances, what are you looking to achieve? Expect miracles. Pray to the archangels. Pray to God. Because when you put this out there in the universe, you're always answered. But are you being crystal clear with what it is that you want? They know that you are in a process right now of stress, but you will be victorious. You are going to come out on the other side. You are going to be okay. You're being invited to have faith. Continue praying. Your prayers are being heard. Your prayers are being answered. Victory, being open to the fact that it may not come in the way that you expect it to come, but it will come. So that is our card number 1 group. I hope that this message helped you in some way. And again, one more card for you guys before we end. Shine your light. What do you desire? Flames of desire, flames of passion. Take immediate action. Don't get caught up in the stress. Be crystal clear. You're a warrior, and know that you will be victorious in the end. Take care. Sending you guys much love. Bye-bye. Okay, this next message is for our card number 2 people. And the crystal that we are using today for this reading is the clear quartz. Clear quartz clears away any negativity, anything that you no longer want to hold on to. Imagine either holding it, putting it around you, around your aura. People put it in their bra, in their pocket. This helps to clear away negative energy. And the deck that we're working with is the mermaids and dolphins. And the mermaids and dolphins swim deep, deep, deep into the ocean. And when I'm recording this, we have that submarine that has been lost in the depths of the ocean. And so maybe you're watching this and that is relevant to you, or maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about. But the depths of the ocean can be very dark, right? And so you are being called to go deep, deep, deep down and see, feel, experience what it is that you have not rose up to the surface for healing. And so with that said, we're going to pull 3 cards to begin from this deck. And then we're going to pull 1 card from the fairy deck right here. Fairies, mermaids, and dolphins go hand in hand. So we're going to see what they have to share with us. And then we're going to pull 1 from the Goddess Energy, Priestess of Light deck. And if we're going deep, 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 we want the light to shine on the darkness. So what do we want to know? Okay. Wow. So this reading for you guys is an active reading. What that means is it's time to take an action. You're beginning anew. So you have been simplifying your life. You've really been clearing away the clutter that is no longer serving you. And that could be in the household, that could be in relationships, that could be in a job maybe you've been holding on to for too long, or a relationship that you've been holding on to for too long. But you are being asked to eliminate those things that are not serving you anymore because it's weighing you down. And it's time to stop having that happen to you. And what will happen is the more that you simplify the clutter, the more that you will lighten up your load, the more that you will feel in balance. And what will happen is new opportunities will be able to come in. When there's too much clutter around you, whether it's internally in the mind space or in any chakra of your body, or in relationships, what happens is it's not allowing something new or someone new to enter your life. There is no room. So the first step that you need is to clear the clutter. There is no coincidence that the clear quartz crystal, which helps to clear away negative energy, is the crystal that was with this deck. I would suggest getting yourself a clear quartz or a selenite stick, which is a stick that is clear, and you could take it and use it to clear the space. And of course, do physical things to clear away clutter that isn't serving you anymore. If you're having a lot of thoughts in the head, it's a good idea for you to write things out to release them. Maybe doing a release letter, or maybe getting a journal and just journaling all the thoughts that are dark, that are coming in, that are holding you back, that are keeping you held down from really stepping into new. But we want to clear away the clutter because we want you to be able to see the new opportunities that are coming in. They're going to give you more prosperity than you could ever imagine. Prosperity comes in all forms, not just financial. It could be, it just went out of my head. Financial, it could be in relationships, it could be in love. All the things that help you to feel fulfilled, feel balanced. It could be in the gifts that you're receiving. If you're opening yourself up in a spiritual way to clairvoyance or clairaudience, hearing, or claircognizance, knowing, it's important for you to clear all that clutter before this can come in. But it's coming. It's totally coming. You're going from the dark to the light. You're having like the phoenix rising, death and rebirth. When we release the things that no longer serve us, it's like the death. We're letting it go. We're releasing it. We're moving away from it. We're moving on from it. Time to move on. When I say it's time for you to move on, what are you thinking? What is it time to move on from? What has been challenging you in your life right now that is creating that darkness? Because it's time to rebirth. It's time to step further into the light. It could be a man in your life because the divine masculine card is coming in, or it could be the fact that you are stepping now more into an active energy, not a distorted energy that is unhealthy, but an active energy. And the active energy could simply be, I am now taking the time to clear the clutter. When I take the time to clear the things that no longer serve me, that helps me to lighten my load so that I am able to move on. And I think what's going to be coming through for you is going to happen. I mean, this is specifically spring. So it's going to be happening for you in the spring, or, you know, possibly you have already been clearing things from spring. So now what this card is saying is it's time to take action, because new amazing things are coming in, new opportunities. So whether it's this spring that you've been clearing away stuff that does not serve you anymore, I would say by next spring, you are going to feel fully changed. Change does not happen overnight. Change is a constant that has to keep happening by the daily activity, the daily action, the daily ritual that you take, that you're implementing day by day by day. Think of it like when you're losing weight. If somebody's losing weight, you don't really see the weight loss day after day. But somebody that doesn't see you for a few months all of a sudden sees you and says, oh my God, you lost weight. And that's because they haven't seen you for 3 months, let's say. So it took that time period, but you didn't even realize it because you were in the daily doing of it. So that's what you're being asked to do here, the daily doing of the releasing, the clearing, the letting go of all of those things that are dark, because it's time to shine your light. So I hope that these cards helped you guys, and I hope that this was fun for you and you chose card number 2, the decks, and it worked out for you. I wish you guys a great day. Bye-bye. All right, guys, this is cards number 3, and the deck is the Archangel Michael. So if you chose deck 3, you're working with specifically the Archangel Michael. And the crystal is the amethyst crystal. Isn't it pretty? So the amethyst crystal helps us when we're stepping into our spiritual awakening. So you may be awake, but maybe you're going to the next level. Think of it like graduation. It just so happens it's like graduation season, and you are probably graduating to the next level. There's steps, and every time we complete a step, it's a milestone, we go to the next level. So Archangel Michael is coming in, and he's going to share some insight with you guys today. So we're going to pull 3 cards to start with the Archangel Michael. So tune into those cards and let's see what he has to say to all of you that chose card deck number 3. Okay. All right. Normally I wouldn't say this is a love reading, but I feel like it is. Now it can be a love reading with another person, or because you are having that graduation, the upgrade, the promotion, the milestone, it could be that you are learning more and more about yourself. And that is a true soul relationship. And that love is divine love, self-love. And that is opening up and expanding further for you, because the more that you do the tuning in for yourself, the more that you learn about yourself, the more you fall back in love with yourself and truly drop every mask, and you drop more and more, and you tune in and you become more and more authentic to who you really are. You don't hold back anymore. So the first card that came up was the Change is Coming card. And all of those butterflies there signify to me that you are having a transformation, a spiritual growth, and expansion. And as I look up here, the timer said 222, and the next card is the number 22, open your heart. So let's start with explaining what the number 2 represents. It represents balance. And maybe in the past you were too in your masculine energy, which is really about doing the things that you need to do, and maybe they distracted you from learning about the feminine side of you or the feeling side of you. You're not alone, because most people in society, 99% of people in society, were doing the do. However, more and more people are tapping into their divine guidance. So you are one of those people, and it's going to be very important for you to find balance between doing the inner work, the spiritual work, the tuning in, the self-care, and the actual physical stuff that you have to take care of on earth. And so you are really being asked to open up your heart even further. And by doing that balance of the self-care stuff, you're going to be more and more opening up this heart space. You're going to be tuning into yourself. You're going to learn more about yourself. You're going to love on yourself even more. And what this card is also asking you to do is stop judging yourself. When you do this work, I want you to imagine that you're an observer of what is coming up for you, because there might be times when you have a lot of emotional outbursts or emotional challenging feelings that rise up. So you're being asked to really tune in, allow the expansion to happen, ask for help from your angels. Even if it's hard, keep doing it. Because the more and more that you do it, the more in love you are going to be with yourself. And why are you doing all of this work? Because they don't want you to give up on love. And that means they don't want you to give up on yourself. Michael is asking you to do this work because when you do this work on yourself, if you can't do this for yourself, you can't have a relationship that's pure and authentic with anybody else. So if you're doing this for yourself to begin with, or you're taking the time to do that now, the next relationship that you have is going to be more authentic and more in alignment with who you really are. Be of love. You're being asked to clear away any judgments of yourself. Give yourself forgiveness. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you think you did wrong. As best as you can, let go of guilt. And know that this is a healing process for your heart. Let's get a couple more cards. Balance. Balance is coming up for you again. Okay, so here's something else that's going to help you stay in balance. It's both of these cards really together. Let me read the cards to you, then I'll explain them. The balance card says, take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take time because there's no need to rush. The second card talks about reaching out to others for comfort and love. You're going to grow stronger from the situation. And with sadness, you will heal in time. So as you go through opening up your heart space, sometimes we have to go through a situation in our lives where we're betrayed, where there's no loyalty in the relationship any longer that you attracted into your life. And that could be with a parent, with a child, with a friend, with a coworker. It could be with anyone. So whatever that is for you, whatever comes to mind, think about that now. And so once you really know what it's about, I want you to realize that the way that your heart opens is by you honoring yourself more. And honoring yourself is really truly about you feeling your feelings more. When you allow yourself to feel your feelings more, you become more in balance because you're feeling everything on this side. This is your feeling side. If you're doing anything, it's on this side. It's the masculine side. And you're bringing in more balance because you're 50% doing this, you're 50% doing that, and here you come into balance. Most of us were not feeling our feelings, so it was very hard for people to be in balance. And look at where we're at today. Sometimes when we go through this process, sadness will rise up. It's part of the grieving process. You're being invited to allow it through. Ask for help, ask for support, and know that you are safe in doing this for yourself. And if you need any support outside of anybody in your life or calling on the archangels, go outside in nature. Nature heals as well. Mother Earth heals us, and even if it's a matter of you just going outside, taking some fresh air breaths as best as you can, taking a nice walk in nature, taking a hike, or going to the beach, it helps with the process of healing your heart. So just remember that no one is perfect. Remember that you are doing the best that you can. Be very gentle with yourself as you go through this process. And know that when you get to the other side, you have expanded your heart space. You've allowed in a vulnerable energy, which is beautiful energy that helps you to tune in further to your authentic self and love that version of who you really are. I wish you guys a great, great, great day. Bye-bye.